This presentation is about American author Ralph Waldo Emerson, who lived from 1803 to 1882, and his famous essay Self-Reliance. Who is Ralph Waldo Emerson? Ralph Waldo Emerson is the most notable essayist of 19th century America. He preached the importance of self-reliance and individualism, and that God can be found through nature. He was born in Boston, the son of a Unitarian minister and the descendant of a long line of clergymen. He graduated from Harvard and taught in a Boston women's school, and then after 4 years went to Harvard Divinity School, where he studied to become a Unitarian minister and rejected the conservative Calvinistic ideas of predestination and total depravity, and instead focused on faith in the saving grace of divine love. After 3 years as a popular Unitarian minister, rejecting even the liberal beliefs of Unitarian doctrine, he went on a tour of Europe where he met and was heavily influenced by English Romantic authors Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Thomas Carlyle, and William Wordsworth. Upon his return to America, he became a public lecturer, traveling across the country. He bought a home in Concord, Massachusetts, where he joined the Transcendentalist Club along with Henry David Thoreau, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Bronson Alcott, Margaret Fuller, and others, where Emerson became very influential as an intellectual leader of American Transcendentalism, the philosophy which attempted to describe truths that were beyond the reach of human senses, so it turned toward intuition to reach understanding of what cannot be understood through reason alone. Like the Romantics who influenced him, he felt humans could connect with God through nature, and that we could connect with each other and God through what he called the oversoul. Emerson's writing lacks organization and is often very lofty, but it is filled with insights and memorable quotes. Not only did Emerson influence the other transcendentalists, but also famous authors like Robert Frost, Hart Crane, and Wallace Stevens. Transcendentalism. Transcendentalism, sometimes referred to as the New England Renaissance, was a philosophical and literary movement that ranged from approximately 1840 to 1855 and was heavily influenced by American Romanticism and even Puritanism. Transcendentalism overlaps with American Romanticism, which focused on emotion over reason, the goodness of nature, and the corruption of society. Transcendentalism was America's attempt to break away from European philosophies and create uniquely American ideals. It focused on the belief in universal truths that transcend the senses and could only be reached through intuition rather than reason. Transcendentalists felt that God could be reached through nature and in the interconnectedness between the individual and God and all other people, which they referred to as the oversoul. They were critical of society and tradition and valued individualism and democratic ideals. Transcendentalists were somewhat influenced by Puritanism, though they rejected the idea of that humanity was innately evil and had no say in their own spiritual fate. However, they did see the puritanical value of intellectualism, the equality of people regardless of social class, and that America was a special place of opportunity. Transcendentalists supported equality for women and the end of slavery. Self-reliance. Self-reliance is one of the transcendentalist Ralph Waldo Emerson's most famous and influential essays. In it, he emphasizes the importance of the individual over society and encourages humanity to trust our instincts and reject conformity. He encourages us to listen to our hearts and be ourselves. He rejects the importance of tradition, religion, and government. He also rejects Calvinistic beliefs in the inherent corruption of human nature and that the individual has no control over his or her own spiritual fate. He encourages us to listen to our hearts and be ourselves. He asserts that by trusting our instinct, we cannot connect with the oversoul or spirit of God that connects us all. Self-reliance includes many famous quotes, including the following: "Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. The virtue in most request is conformity. Self-reliance is its aversion. Trust thyself, every heart vibrates to that iron string." A foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds. To believe in your own thought, to believe that what is true for you in your private heart is true for all men, that is genius.